Good afternoon, distinguished guests, speakers, partners, and everyone joining us virtually today. My name is Nahid Akhtar Khan from Botswana, and it is my honor to welcome you to day 3 of Global Entrepreneurship Week Botswana 2025, our She Leads Summit. Today, we celebrate the power, resilience, and innovation of women and youth in entrepreneurship. We are here not only to highlight success stories but to inspire new ones. Stories built on confidence, collaboration, creativity, and courage. This summit brings together leaders, creators, strategists, and emerging changers who are shaping the future of Botswana's entrepreneurial landscape. I want to thank all our partners and speakers today present here and all individuals who have contributed to make this session possible. With that, let us begin our exciting program. Um, Here is to open our discussions today. We are honored to welcome respected leader in the women in business ecosystem. She has been a consistent voice in empowering women entrepreneurs in Botswana across the region. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Christian Leseho, President of Viva, as she shares insights on women in business Botswana status, embracing innovation and digitalization. Ms. Leseho, the floor is yours.
Hello. I don't know if I'm visible
We,
or audible.
we, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
we can hear you.
You can?
Yeah,
Thank
you can.
you.
You're
Okay, thank
welcome.
you. All right. Thank you so much. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, fellow entrepreneurs, members of the media, and my brilliant, resilient sisters of the Women in Business Association. Good afternoon. It is an honor to be here today as we gather for Global Entrepreneurship Week 2025. We are here not just to celebrate, but to confront a fundamental truth. The ground beneath our feet is shifting. A digital tsunami is upon us, and it's reshaping our nation, our economy, and our very way of life. For decades, Botswana economy stood firmly on the twin pillars of mining and agriculture. But as we look to the future, we see a new landscape emerging, one defined by data, connectivity, and innovation. Our government visionary push for digitalization is not just a policy, it is the key that will unlock the next chapter of our national story, the chapter of economic diversification and global competitiveness. So how the digital wave already impacted on us? We see it in the mobile money transactions that we have brought financial services to the most remote areas, empowering small vendors and farmers. We see it in the digitalization of government services, saving our people time and money. We, we are creating new industries in fintech, e-commerce, and data analytics. It is making our traditional sectors like tourism and agriculture more efficient and globally accessible. But let me be clear, this is the beginning. The true impact will be felt in the jobs we haven't just imagined, the businesses we haven't yet founded, and the global problems we will still solve from right here in Botswana. And this brings me to the heart of my message today. Where do women stand in this new digital Botswana? Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot afford to be mere spectators. We must be architects, the engineers, the coders, and the CEOs of this new economy. For too long, we have faced barriers, access to capital, access to networks, and societal expectations. The digital age, however, it is the greater leveler. It does not care about your gender. It cares about your ideas, your skills, and your perseverance. How do we adapt? Embrace a mindset of lifelong learning. We must move from being digital consumers to digital creators. This means upskilling. Learning to code is powerful, but so learning is digital marketing, data analysis, cybersecurity. Let us invest in ourselves and in our daughters' STEM education. Leverage technology to solve real problems. Look at the challenges in your communities, whether it's access to healthcare, market leakage or artisans, or efficient waste management. Technology provides the tools to build scalable, impactful solutions. Your lived experience as a woman is your greatest asset in identifying these untapped opportunities. We also have to build digital networks. Our traditional philosophy of economy is now more powerful than ever, but it must be extended into digital realm. Forge connections, on LinkedIn, join global webinars, and find mentors who can guide you through the tech ecosystem. Your network is your net worth in the innovation economy. To illustrate this power of adoption and perseverance, I want to share a story that should inspire every one of us. It's a story of a Botswana woman who saw a challenge and used technology to build a bridge. I'll be very short in that story. I'm speaking of Lady Matsaba and her company. Lady T identified a profound need, affordable, high-quality hearing aids for the deaf community in Botswana and across Africa. Important devices were prohibitively expensive, but she did not just see a problem, she saw a mission. With immense perseverance, she developed the Solar Ear, the world's first digitally programmable hearing aid that is solar powered and rechargeable. Think of the hurdles, technical RD funding, but she persevered. She combined innovation with a deep social purpose. Today, this company doesn't just manufacture hearing aids, it provides fitting and maintenance services, creating jobs and changing lives. Her company is a beacon, providing that a tech company born in Botswana, led by a woman, can compete on a global stage and do immense good. Her story is a testament to what is possible. It shows that our perspective as women is not limited. It's our unique competitive advantage. So what does this mean for the future of our beloved Botswana? It means a future where Botswana is not just a consumer of technology, but a hub for its creation. A future where our diamonds are not only mined from the earth, but also forged in the minds of our innovators. A future where our economic resilience is built on 1,000 thriving tech-enabled businesses, many of them founded and led by women in this room. But the future is not something that happens to us. It is something that we build with our own hands, our minds, and our own unwavering spirit. Let us live here today, not just inspired, but activated. Let us commit to being the drivers of digital transformation, let us support one another, invest in each other's dreams, and champion the next Lady Mataba. The digital dawn is here. Let us ensure that the sun rises on a Botswana that is more prosperous, more inclusive, and more innovative than ever. I thank you and thank you for listening to me. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you very much, Lesio, for this insightful reflection. Your message reinforces how innovation and digital, how women is running their business in Botswana, and uh, as you know that I'm working remotely from Bangladesh, so I would like to know that what is the challenges you might face for that kind of business, and for you lady, what do you think regarding this issue? Let's say hope.
Thank you very much. As I'd mentioned before, most of the time, our women in the rural areas or in the remote areas, most of them, they can have big ideas. And most of the hurdles that we still find there is access to funding, which is most of the time the main thing that is making them not to move forward. And a few of them, and just being skeptical. Some of them can be the issue of technology that is not yet that widespread, especially in the rural areas. You still find people who are having business ideas, great business ideas, and are ready to maybe start, but there are so many hurdles that are in front of them. But the main one being the issue of funding. I've seen this with most of the women of Botswana. They have come to me as an organization that does advocacy for women. I've seen in the past to go into different financial services, financial banks to try to connect with them to see how these projects can be funded. Some of the projects being at a very good stage where they could be funded, but you still see most of the banks being skeptical about what could come out of those projects, or maybe the sustainability. So you find that in Botswana here, most of the success stories, you find that these women actually funded themselves. Somebody has to say, let me sell my farm so that I could start this hearing aids. Let me sell my cattle so that I could start that. Then from there, after that, at a certain stage, that's where you find now bank now maybe helping them to expand. So I would say access to financing is the main thing, followed by technology. Most of the women in the rural areas, they don't really have that access to technology. Here in Botswana, we still find it the government is still doing its best to try to push the internet services to the remote areas and all that, but we still see it as like here. If I were to tell you how many women saw the link, how many women managed to attend today, it's just an issue of the internet, the cost of buying it and things like that, or being in places where even if the internet is there, they're not able to actually use it. Thank you.
Welcome, Lesiho. Thank you very much. So our next speaker name, if I'm not wrong, Ako Ling. Um, if Ako is present here, um, would you please? Can you hear me? Are you present here? Well, no problem. So, is Cindy Sibanda here?
Sorry, Aku said she was in the lobby waiting to get in. I've just sent her a new link, so maybe if you go to Cindy, we can come back to Aku. She's trying to get into the meeting.
All right. So, Cindy, are you there? Can you hear me? Cindy?
Hi, yes, I am here. I was just unmuting myself.
Okay, okay. Um, all right. As Aku is here,
There we
so
go.
so Aku, are you here?
Yes, I'm
Can
here.
Oh, all right. Thank you very much for joining this session. So we now move into our interactive segment. Sorry, as Agu are here. So our next speaker is a dynamic entrepreneur, a creative visionary, and the inspiring founder of Kingdom Arts Academy Botswana. Am I right, Aku?
Yes, yes.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you.
Welcome. She has dedicated her work to elevating artistic and cultural industries, especially for women. So please welcome Aku, presenting the session title, She Leads Summit, Women Leaders in Artistic and Cultural Impact. Aku, you were most welcome. Now floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for your patience, for waiting. I was trying to connect and it kept on saying someone will connect you. Like she said, my name is Akuteleng Kwaletswe. I like to call myself a music specialist. I'm a music teacher by profession. I'm a musician. I play saxophone. I'm a trainer. I'm a coordinator, the founder of Kingdom Arts Academy, which is a music school here in Gaborone, Botswana, that I started in 2013. This is how my journey started. I was a new music teacher at Kumakwane Community Junior Secondary School, which is not very far from Gaborone. And after being introduced at the assembly, the students were asked to start a song. And the moment they start singing, I got goosebumps. They were amazing singers, and the students were very creative in all, creative arts, music, acting, dancing, singing. They were very creative, but most of them were not gifted academically. So during my years of teaching in Kumakwane Junior Secondary School, and I saw how the creative ones were not really given that platform in the education system, if I may put it that way. I felt like our education system is very academic. And if you are not in the academic space, you are in the creative space, there is no space for you. So I purposed it in my heart that one day I want to create a platform for the creative ones, to give them a chance to express themselves without being judged, where they are being appreciated and where they are allowed to grow their talent. So that's how my dream started. Um, I did that. Went to school in South Africa. After 4 years of teaching there, I went to school in South Africa, where the government was sponsoring me to do my Bachelor of Arts in Music. And during my years of learning, I decided, right, I'm gonna go back home and create a platform that I would like to create for those students that I have seen. So this is how the whole journey started. So basically, I would just say women are leading. Women are shaping the creative industries. which is music and performing arts, digital content creation, fashion and design, film and storytelling, creative entrepreneurship, cultural festivals, and community programs. Most of them are led by women, because the women are the first storytellers, and we are creators of beauty. Even in struggles, we still create, and we are builders of community, because that's how we have been created. That's why we are the ones given the mandate to give birth to a child and nurture the child. So it's really our space as women to do that. um there's a story of a young dreamer whose name is Sabaha. I don't know if you can see my slides.
Yes, yes, we can
Yes,
see it's
we can.
visible.
Okay, yes. So Sabaha is a young musician. Some of you might know her, who is really making waves in the music industry here in Botswana. She's a young lady who realized her gift and pursued it, and it changed her life. Or Sabaha finished Form 5 at Gaborone Senior Secondary School, I think in 2015, if not 14. And she said to her mother, I want to study music. And the mother brought her to my school, Kingdom Arts Academy, where I started teaching her the saxophone from scratch. She
Wow.
learned so fast. She started performing with big artists. The first performance she did with an artist was with Sereti. Then she went on to play for Amantle Brown for quite some time. And now she has an album. She has a show that she hosts every year that is called Kanza Pelo. She has done so much. She has played for the former president. And here is the thing. Even though Sabara has been progressing and doing so much, some members of the family still felt like Sabara should just go to school, regardless of the fact that she was coming to school in Kingdom Arts Academy and they could see the progress. I remember even after playing for the president during Bots 50, one of the family members came to me to see me in my office and said to me, no, we accept, we see the growth, we see she's going far, but can you just advise Sabaha to go to school? You know, that left me heartbroken. I couldn't just ask her, so what do you take us for? Like, are we not a school according to you? But I couldn't ask that question. I just said to her, okay, no, I will encourage her. And I had a conversation with Sabara and she said, you know what? Let's just keep going on. Let's just keep going on. And this showed me her bravery. Like, she was brave enough to stand for her dream and stand for what she believes in and stand for her gift. You know, no matter what was coming, all the odds, she was like, I'm going to do this. She persevered through it. And her bravery and that brave moment of expression has now opened her destiny. Sabara has been nominated by the US Embassy to attend conferences in the US. She has been nominated to attend music academy programs online. She has been playing in jazz festivals in Switzerland, where I happened to accompany her with another group of young musicians. So I really just like her bravery, and this is what I always use her as an example for young people, young creatives, to say you need to stand for what you believe in. You need to believe in your dream, and you need to stand for it and push against all odds. Then you will achieve what you really want to achieve. The reality check is that we still face challenges as women in the industry. There is limited funding. There is a lot of gatekeeping. a lack of mentorship, social expectations are usually just against a girl child, a woman, and underrepresentation. But obstacles don't stop leaders, they shape leaders. With this one of lack of mentorship, if you realize this is not just a Botswana problem, it's a worldwide problem that most of the people in the creative industry, especially music, it's men. Men are the ones who are playing instruments. So there tend to be a lot of boys because they have mentors, they have people that they look up to. I was one of the first 2 female saxophonists in the country. There was no one that we were looking up to who was mentoring us. We had to figure it out for ourselves. But Bosebaha now are lucky because we are there to mentor them, to help them throughout the challenges. Where am I going? The reality check is like that. I think a lot of us know. To young women and youth entrepreneurs, I want to say to you, your talent is enough. Your story matters. Your idea can impact the world. You can build your own platform. You can publish your own work. You can create your own business. You can shape your legacy. You are creating an opportunity. You are not waiting for it. Here is the one thing I always tell my students and my mentees. Don't wait for an opportunity. Create the opportunity that you want for yourself. Now you can imagine your impact. Imagine the business you can build, the communities you can empower, the heritage you can preserve, the legacy you can leave. The world is ready for your voice. Just go ahead and make your voice be heard. So the closing story of my life is that for me, creativity is a gift from God. And if you use it well, it will open every door. Your creativity is purposeful, your leadership is needed, your impact is inevitable. I have done a lot. I just didn't talk about a whole lot of things that I do. But the one thing that makes me go home and sleep is leading, training the young people that I train here at school. It's not just in the school. I also coordinate a jazz society with young, up to 40 young people that come and meet here at my school every day to learn instruments, to play in a band. We put festivals for them. We do workshops and trainings. I take them out to perform in Switzerland almost after every 2 years. That's the work that really makes me happy, to mentor these young people, to lead them. As a leader, I always have to be there for them and show them that you can achieve your dreams no matter what. Just focus, show up, be professional, and stand up for your gift. Then the world will be there waiting for you. Thank you so much. That's the end of my presentation.
It was just wonderful. I was listening each and every word. Thank you, Akko. Your story is not just inspiring, it is a reminder that leadership in the art is calling. The
Yes.
way you nurtured a young girl into becoming a musician shows the transformative power of belief and mentorship. Yes, I can understand that when her uh, parents ask you to motivate her so that she can go to the school, it hurts you because this is also learning. This is
Mm,
also like a school.
Yeah.
Yeah, your courage to build within a challenging creative environment is a testament to your strengths as a woman, a leader, and a cultural change maker. You didn't just speak to us today, you moved us. I think everyone can realize and feel your spirit. So, you shared a powerful journey about the young, brave girl you mentored. What
Mm.
do you believe are the most important qualities a young woman needs to thrive in the creative industry today?
Number one, I think they need to inform themselves about the industry they are in.
Okay.
Education, information is very important. Like you can't operate in an industry where you are clueless.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Inform yourself. That's number one. Number two, show up.
yeah.
Show up. You
Nowadays,
need to show
yes.
up. Yes, you need to show up, be a professional, let everyone
Yeah. Um, Akho, are you here? We are not. We cannot hear you. Akho, can you hear me? I think she is struggling network. So, okay, I think we can move into our interactive segment of the day. Cindy, can you hear me? Maybe we can hear from Akhu later on when she will back.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. Well, our guest leading this session is a respected business development strategist, the associate director at uh, Udugu Institute, Botswana, Ms. Cindy Sibanda. She will guide us through the workshop titled Building Youth Network for Global Collaboration. So, Cindy, floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm actually just I've arrived a few days ago from Ethiopia, where I attended their Global Entrepreneurship Week there,
Wow.
and it was it was quite exciting. I I'm happy that I mean I can be able to share this platform with the amazing presenters that have come before me. I enjoyed Mayor Akutiling's presentation. I wish she was here to hear me say that. And I also really related well with Miss Christina's sentiments on the challenges that women do face, especially when it comes to like network um, and in all of those things. So I will just try to make my session as short as possible because I unfortunately have to like rush off to another engagement and session. So I have been a youth, activist in business for quite a while, and my session really just focuses on how youth can build, networks to collaborate globally. And many times when you start businesses, I don't know if I'm able to share my screen so that I can show you my presentation. Please give me a moment. Ah,
I'm sorry, I got cut. Just give me a second. I'm back. I'm so sorry about that. There's no volume.
Hello,
Hello, can you hear me?
Emma, we can hear you. I mean, I can
Oh,
hear you.
okay.
Okay, we
Emma.
can
Maybe
hear
you
you.
have proceeded. It's fine if you have proceeded. It's okay.
No problem. We all are here. No problem. We can discuss whatever we want and
Okay.
whatever we feel. Now, Cindy is presenting her presentation. We can enjoy her presentation, I hope.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I was just saying, I enjoyed your presentation very much. Thank you for that
Thank you so
presentation.
much, Emma.
I hope to connect with you further because I also, have some young artists in, they do like performing arts that I'd love, us to chat about. But
Yeah.
let me just go on to my presentation. So,
Yeah.
I think that we know that, Africa is a youthful continent. And, we are, I think, the youngest population in the world. And I'm not going to really, my slides are wordy, please forgive me. But as a very youthful continent, we need to collaborate a lot in order to accelerate, ourselves. We have quite brilliant minds as I've traveled throughout Africa, to your Zambias, your Zimbabwe's, your Ethiopia's, your South Africa's. I've seen that we have eager and resilient youth, even here in Botswana. And, it's really, really imperative for us to collaborate as youth and women. I use the two synonymously because we are always the ones that need to be included more because we've been left behind, as my fellow presenters have already articulated before. So just to look at the ways in which or why in which youth should collaborate, one of them is just the African Continental Free Trade Agreement, which even though it was enacted in 2021, we haven't really seen the fullness of its, shall I say, fruits around. I mean, we still struggle to travel to other African countries. I know that Rwanda recently made it possible that all Africans can travel without visas, which is a great feat. But still, even I, to go to Ethiopia, I struggled. I couldn't get a visa for like the whole month. Other people as well couldn't get visas just to go and attend the Global Entrepreneurship Week there, and all the other business conferences. And so it got me thinking that even though this policy or this has been enacted, we still haven't gotten to really reap the fruits of it. And as youth, and as I was engaging with other youth, I thought it was really important that we get acquainted with these policies, we get acquainted with these trade agreements, so that whenever we see that opportunities in which we can, play in other countries, or, start businesses in other countries, we can actually do that as youth. We should hold dialogues such as these, in platforms such as these, to talk about really how these, agreements impact us and where we see ourselves in these agreements, and if at all they're just agreements for the sake of having agreements, or if these are agreements that we can actually benefit from. And so I think that it's really important for young people to acquaint themselves, but not just young people, Africa as a whole. I just keep saying young people because this is a segment about young people, but I think as Africans and Africans who do business in Africa and who want to expand especially in Botswana, where we think that our market share is quite little. It's really important and imperative for us to study these agreements and see if at all we're able to fully utilize them. If they are, and if we can't, we need to investigate why we can't utilize them in order to grow and in order to tap into other markets, so on and so forth. I think I just go through economic empowerment is really, really important. So when we understand these trades, I just talk about the African Continental Free Trade one because I know it's the most common and it's the one that most countries have agreed to. But I do know that there are other acts and agreements between several countries, especially in Southern Africa, that allow us to trade with each other, that allow us to do business with each other. But how well do we know about these agreements, and how well can we utilize them as youth operating in these countries that have these agreements? So one way in which we can continuously ensure that we build our networks as youth is to identify goals or visions that we have and leverage off of those. We can use, I know that youth in other countries use things like Telegram. We use mostly Facebook in Botswana. Others use Twitter a lot. I'm not a big Twitter person, but also I know that there are youth that use, your LinkedIn as shared platforms to have dialogue up and engage about, various issues that happen, especially in the entrepreneurial space. So entrepreneurship in Africa is a very tricky field to be in because, like music, like my previous speaker just said, it's not seen as a real job or as a real career. Parents still want us to get real jobs. And as somebody who's been an entrepreneur or who's been in the entrepreneurial space for such a long time, I know it can be really challenging because sometimes you have cash flow issues, and it's the moments that you have cash flow issues that people say, get a real job. Yeah. But I think it's important that youth continue building network. I know that there is one youth in Botswana, her name is Mandi Pahlabano, who has developed a platform called Put Youth First, where she shares opportunities, travel opportunities, engagement opportunities, conference opportunities with many other youth so that they are able to know what is happening within the country. And so it'll be lovely to see more youth jump on and have collaborative platforms where we can know what's happening in different countries and hold dialogues. For example, the youth in South Africa launched the Purple Movement for Gender-Based Violence as an example. And, I've seen youth in Kenya, youth in Zimbabwe and Nigeria and all the other countries jumping onto the platform and supporting the cause. And I think that as youth, as if we continue building these practical linkages and networks with each other, we can be able to flourish, especially in the space and in the field of entrepreneurships. So yeah, I think I'm rushing through. Everyone, please do forgive me. But basically, I think that it's quite important for us to understand what our goals are, understand what relationships and partnerships exist, and understand how we can develop strategies in which we as youth can work and coordinate, not just youth, but entrepreneurs within Africa. And I think that sometimes we were having this discussion actually yesterday about how when we fixate on sometimes youth, we then exclude other demographics. So I'm trying to, I don't know how much of my audiences today are youth, but I'm trying to sort of get us onto the boat that these are challenges that don't only affect youth, but Africa at large. And also leveraging and building networks is quite important for entrepreneurs as a whole, and not just the youth. And so these are just a few of success stories. I did share one about Nandi Patlabano on Put Youth First and her AMA, and some of these are Kenyan champions that where young leaders are transforming food systems through innovation, And they're quite a lot, but I just put these three on just to ensure that, we can see how youth networks can drive sustainable, real, impactful change when, we leverage our digital platforms in a meaningful way. And so if you are a youth listening, in the session today, your role is quite important in solving, not just your problem in your community, but a global movement. Because, when we function and we work together, we're able to unlock various opportunities, tap into each other's networks, and, diversify and shape the way in which we think, and, diversify the youth currency. And that is what we want to see changed and help us to gain momentum, especially when it comes to entrepreneurial policies. Excuse me. We need to come together and, have this discourse, like I said, and chat about how entrepreneurial policies affect us and how we can, leverage and collaborate with one another to ensure that we grow and that the entrepreneurial space or the ease of doing business becomes easier. So, because we are still battling things like unemployment and gender-based violence. And sometimes it's because, youth and young women don't have any careers of their own or any ways of making a living for themselves. And so when we join as youth and collaborate, we can be able to slowly and incrementally solve these issues. Yeah, I think I have gone to the last of my slides. Thank you all so very much for listening, and I'd love to hear your comments, questions, if you have any. Thank you.
Thank you, Cindy, Sibanda, for such a powerful and engaging workshop. Um, like your speech on workshop, your clarity, energy, and practical insight truly strengthened our understanding of what it means to build meaningful youth network. And right now, when you were just telling that if they have some youth or not, uh, what I feel that everyone is youth. If he or she feel that I can do so many things, this is the spirit what every youth holding. So when um, adult person think that yes, I can do so many things, so he or she also can be youth. Yeah. So I have few question, but before that I would like to ask our guests if they have any questions to Cindy. You can ask. Tara, are you there?
Yes,
uh,
I'm here.
yeah, do you have any question you can ask?
No, I don't. I just want to say I have personally worked with Udugu Institute for a while now with Cindy, and we've watched her grow. She's now
Okay.
on a number of different boards that are representative of the business communities across Botswana. She's really
Wow.
pioneering and showcasing what women in business can achieve if they really stick it out and put their mind to it. It has been a long, hard journey for her. I'm testament to that.
Wow.
But sticking it out, as she said, and keeping the path and not letting the bad times deter you. And Aku the same, and I'm sure with the others, it's again those low days and those times when it's a challenge that you have to remind yourself why. What are you doing it for? Who are you doing it for? If you're doing it for the wrong reasons, those are the times when you will fail. But if your heart is in it and your passion and your soul are in it, like with people like Aku and Cindy, I mean, the women in Botswana are still, we're nurturing the youth, and we will get them where they need to go. We just need to keep the journey, and hopefully from this week get more support for the different projects and initiatives that they're doing.
All right. You always say that these they are amazing ladies, and really, after having them, I feel like this. So, Cindy, I have few questions. Like, what practical first step should a young person take if they want to start building an international network from scratch? What is your thinking, if you could say?
So I think it's quite easier now than ever with social media. I think
Yeah.
one way in which you can do that, just become a thought leader in, the kind of content that you have. I've seen young people do a lot of good work on TikTok, just not making it just for like dance videos and funny videos, but saying things in which that they are really close to them. They are youth that then sell their products, but before selling your products, they do like something really nice, which is not just like influencer marketing, where they tell a story through their brand. Why, if they're doing like a skincare product, they take you through the journey of, you know, having their own skin problems, and how that delves into like self-confidence and all of that. And so I think it's easier than ever to create a strong online presence, or build a strong online profile, even if you're just starting from zero or from scratch. I think I remember when I started, I used to post a lot of personal development stuff on Facebook, because and that amounts to me like, I think about like 4,000 plus followers just through that, and I didn't have to do anything much. So building networks, meaningful networks, is
Music.
more. Yeah.
But yeah, they have so many youth, young children starting like TikTok and short videos. They have so many videos and so many things in social media. But the starting, like not youth, okay, for anyone, what mindset has help anyone collaborate with people from diverse cultures and background? Like when you start, um, from which thinking motivate you to start this way? If you could share your strategy and your mindset, what was that? I hope it could be helpful.
I think it's just the passion. Are you passionate? What are you passionate about? What do you think your purpose is? Um, for others, it's a longer journey to find out. For others, it's an easier journey to find out. Sometimes I say, we don't all have the answers that we seek, but as we seek, and as I think our lives unfold. I don't think they are set in stone. And so
It's
for
moving.
yeah, so for young people, whenever you want to start something, I think it's
Mhm.
very imperative that you just start. You don't
Mhm.
have to get it right or do it right the first time. Just start. As you go and as you develop, you'll understand, what you want, how you want it, and become better at doing
Mhm.
anything that you want to do.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Cindy. Your thoughtful answer and your presentation, everything was very wonderful and connecting us with us. So thank you very much for your participation. And now we are going to move to our next speaker, Naomi. And our next speaker is a dynamic entrepreneur whose journey embodies resilience, innovation, and leadership in Botswana's business landscape. She is the founder and director of Do It Best Catering, a company known for its excellency, creativity, and quality service across the country. Naomi is not only a businesswoman, She is a builder of opportunities. Through her work, she has created jobs, empowered young people, and demonstrate what it means to lead with passion and purpose. Her stories serve as a reminder that entrepreneurship is built on courage, consistency, and commitment to doing your best every single day. So, I'm not talking too much. We just would like to welcome Naomi. Um, Naomi, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, all right. Kindly share your thought, and we are here to listen you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good afternoon to you all. Thank you, Jen Botswana, for this opportunity. I feel very honored and I'm happy to be a part of this platform. I've been listening to other ladies' stories, and it's really nice to meet up in such a forum and exchange and motivate each other in this kind of manner. So, Naomi, my name is Naomi Bitumelo Tebe. I am a Motswana woman based in Gaborone and Jwaneng. I am the owner as well as the co-founder of Do It Best
Wow.
Catering Services. I can say that I refer to myself as a businesswoman or entrepreneur because throughout my life, I've always been providing some form of solution. I've either provided a solution by selling a product or by offering a service. So with my career path, I started off in my early days when I was still at school. Like I said, I've always been selling something or providing a service. I can say I started off at the age of 15 years old, whereby I used to sell sandwiches at school, move on to doing makeup, doing hair, selling clothes. And eventually I landed where my passion is currently, which is catering services. We offer
All
food catering services and hospitality. I am
right.
in a business partnership with Mrs. Bula Mapitse and Mrs. Vitarolo Site. We have found it fit to form this collaboration whereby we bring our strengths together. I'm an accountant, Bula is a marketer, and Vitarolo is an executive chef. So we had a vision and a mission. We sat down around the table and drew up our vision plan to say, what can happen when we collaborate as women in this industry and put all our efforts into one basket and have a bigger picture drawn out such that we can have a strategic plan to move forward and expand from running our home-owned businesses. When we started, uh, when I started, I have worked for 10 years in the corporate industry, whereby I pursued what I studied at school, which is accounting. I worked for 10 years up to the level of finance manager. So when I
Wow.
got into business, I decided to follow my passion. I was just tired of being in the air-conditioned offices, and I found that I was more happier meeting up with people and providing solutions.
Mhm.
So this one time when I was home I had my little one, and I was just trying to explore possibilities of doing something else besides going back to corporate. I landed into my passion, which is cooking. And I
Mhm.
realized that I don't really need much. I can start from where I was at home and expand it. So I drew the vision. And once I sat around the table with Bui and Beulah, I presented the vision to them, and they really loved it. And then that's how our partnership was formed. We have
All right.
been 10 years rather 12 years in the industry. Myself, I have been 15 years as a businesswoman, and we hit our first breakthrough after 10 years. So we really worked hard and long hours and tried this, tried that. You know, we did quite a lot. It's being an entrepreneur or being a businesswoman, it's lovely because you are a stay-at-home mom at some point, but at some point it becomes hard when you actually need income to keep afloat. So we then made our first breakthrough after 10 years. And fortunately, we were very patient. We knew what we needed to do. We kept on failing in other places whilst we were winning in other places where we were failing. We looked at our where we failed and we made sure that we corrected it. Okay, we're growing a big business here, a catering business. What do we need to do? You need to have the compliance. You need to have the right chefs with the right qualifications. You need to have a very solid she plan. You need to have a solid you need to have creative and innovative people who share the same vision and mission as you and bring the best out of them. So that is exactly what we did. And the challenges that we faced were mainly, when you start off, nobody knows you. You need to take yourself out there and you need to prove yourself. You need to be on time. You need to provide a quality service. You need to smile even when it's hard. You need to make sure that the little people that you capture, they keep coming back. And you also have to keep on the game and make sure that you attract new clients. So all of that, you sometimes can't find a balance. And when you are still small and growing, you find yourself being in the kitchen as a cook. You find yourself being a driver, a waiter, a manager. You are everything in one. And you still have to maintain where you are. You have to plan for the future, and all of that needs to happen. So that is a challenge, but once you start, you won't stop. And what kept us encouraged was when now people become return customers. And once we earn new customers from being out there, that keeps you motivated. You can see that, okay, at least there is light at the end of a tunnel. So you keep going. So my message to women and youth is to say, it doesn't matter how small your economy is. We know that our economy is still small and it's a growing economy. And as business people, we do understand that for business to make sense, you need volumes. So keep that in mind. Make sure that whatever that you do or start, you should have an expansion plan. You should have a plan that goes beyond just yourself. And these days, because we're living in the information industry, you are able to actually take your business even beyond the borders. I mean, when we started, we were just based in the capital city in Gaborone. And then here and then we'll go out for events out of town where we do outside caterings, where we move the whole kitchen out from the city and into the bush or into the desert, somewhere there. And you, as you do that, you face different challenges. Every day is every day. It's got its new ways of challenges. It's got its new ways of blessings as well. So it's a good balance that you have to keep maintaining. So now we are also in Janeng Mine Hospital. That's about now us expanding into the hospital space. So our catering, because we have realized that to achieve the volumes, we cannot have a specific or a set niche. We had to be creative about being on corporate catering, being in small scale, being at large scale, being in weddings, funerals, and all kinds and sorts of events. But at the same time, for us to keep the lights on, for us to keep going and to maintain those ad hoc jobs that keep coming, we need to have or secure contracts. And Janeng is one of those that we have. And we are happy to say that we have managed to, after 10 years of of working very hard, been able to make a breakthrough and partner with brands to reckon with like Botswana. And we are also with the bank, the First National Bank of Botswana. We are very happy that we had that opportunity. And it's been years that we've been with these industries and these big companies. That shows us that we're doing something right. And we still have room to improve. And we keep on making sure that we keep evolving. Because with a creative industry, you have to keep evolving. You cannot stick to the old way of doing things. As you get feedback, which is very, very important and very, very key in our industry. Our industry, there is no rehearsal. Every day is a live show, and you have to get things right the first time. There is no, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to put salt. Oh, this meat is undercooked.
No,
You have to get
no,
it right. All the
no way.
time, you see. So the
Yes.
food has to be served very hot. It doesn't matter if if it's a hot season, the food has to come hot. It has to be on time. It has to be clean. It has to be served with a smile. So that is like our winning, I would say that's our winning power as three women. And I would say that we have also been very creative with hiring youth. We are very proud to actually take part in our government's initiative and ways of trying to make sure that everyone is employed. We can't employ everyone, but there is a lot of youth, unlike back then in the olden days when we were growing up, you would graduate and you would immediately have a job. These days, it's really hard to find a job. So we are very proud to say that we are one of the companies in Botswana which has employed quite a number of youth and as well as women. So we are really taking part in our overall country's objectives and goals of making sure that we create employment.
Yeah.
All in all, I
It's a
could
long
say
journey. It's a long journey.
that is my little story of being an entrepreneur. Over and above that, I'm a mom, I'm a friend, I'm an aunt, and I do love to bring people because
Mhm.
food is my passion, really. If I'm not at work cooking, I'm at home cooking and hosting. So it's something that goes beyond just saying I'm doing this thing to work. It's something that I think one of the speakers, I think it was Cindy, she said, uh, being an entrepreneur is it's God's gift. I would say that with my training, I was trained to be an accountant or economist, but here I am. I went with my passion, and every day is a good day for me because I am aligned with myself. So be patient with yourself. Find your niche. Uh, don't think you don't have enough. You have enough with what you have. Just make sure that you're in alignment because you cannot pour from an empty cup. So the more you empower yourself, the more you become better. And there's no right or wrong to anything really. You just keep going. If it's not working, you get the feedback, you modify it, and you go the right direction. For now, I'd say thank you. I'll stop my presentation right there and I'll welcome any questions and comments.
All right. It's like I don't think it's a short story. Like around 15 years, not a small time. So what make you all the time motivated that okay, as you also worked like accountant or finance in finance you already worked there, but your journey was not same every time, like you cannot say that yeah from 15 years I'm doing the same things. No, you did a separate thing, different thing. What motivates you to hold you like this way?
I have come to realize that I am a person who evolves quite often. I can tell you surely I'm not the same person I was yesterday. Today I'm a different person. And
Definitely you're changing.
I have to admit, throughout all these years that I've been in the business space, I have been through several businesses. I went from water treatment, chemicals and flocculants to
Mhm.
fire suppression and prevention
Mhm.
business to micro lending and purchase order financing uh, to selling clothes. And here I am
Yeah,
now with food.
clothes.
I've
I
done.
forget about clothes.
Thank you so much. Yes, I do love fashion. That's one of my passions. I can safely call myself a fashionista. So one thing that
Mhm.
that keeps me going really is learning lessons from those different businesses. I can assure you guys that once you meet a challenge, it shapes you, it builds you up, and you cannot. There's a saying that says once bitten, twice shy. So once you have bent your fingers in one area, you know better how to build to the next one. So don't say, no, now that I've bent my fingers, I'm gonna back off. No ways. Find a solution. Just know that that is a learning curve. When the challenges keep throwing different curved balls, you also have to curve up and find and maneuver and find solutions. Once you overcome one, you realize that it's a part of business. As part of business, it's that you learn from your mistakes, you learn from the challenges, and you toughen up and you keep going. However, I would say that it's not always as roses as we speak, because
Mhm.
sometimes you face tough challenges that affect you personally, like whereby you don't have money to finance something, or like during the COVID times were really tough. We
Yeah.
almost lost our personal property, I mean, in those 15 years, I've been in difficulties whereby my house was almost repossessed like 5 times. And and in my
God.
country, sometimes we look at financial challenges like somebody's failing, and people sort
Mhm.
of like look down on you, and it takes them time to trust you, to say, can you really, if your house is being repossessed, can we really
Mhm.
trust this person? Or are we really putting ourselves in good hands? So you find that once you come back, once you resurrect yourself and you bring back your power, then
Mhm.
it gives you the confidence to say, I can do this, which
I
also
can do.
gives your customers the confidence to say, no, we are in safe hands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. That really, it's like inspiring, and like I think whoever is listening us, or and will be listening, they will learn from your journey, and all the things you have. Like I think you have you today you are here, not like it was not easy way. You have you had to face so many struggle and so many things. I don't have good idea regarding your culture, and did you get support from your like cultural background, and uh, family, and all the surroundings we need to go ahead? Did you get support from them, and what is the perspective in Botswana, if you could share on these things?
Yes, I would say that, with
Hmm.
collaboration is power.
Yeah.
Partnerships are powerful. So you find that when I was alone and building up, it was okay, it was good. But when I then collaborated with my business partners. We became more powerful because we are three powerful women bringing a background of powerful resources. And because we have collaborated, we become stronger. So I have managed to get my support from the structures of the partnership,
Mm-hmm.
and of course from my family. I have two children, two
Mm-hmm.
boys, and
Wow.
I'm also bringing up my niece, who's more like my daughter. So
Okay.
having said that, I have my backstop support coming from the grandparents, coming
Wow.
from the uncles. That
Mm,
helps me
great.
to take care of family when I'm out there working, and I'm traveling between Gaborone and Jwaneng. And I
Mm-hmm.
safely know that, okay, my children are safe at home or that with their grandparents and grandchildren. I mean that with their grandparents and grandfathers. So it's those kind of structures that support you. Over and above that, when we got our first breakthrough, uh, we got support financially,
Mm-hmm.
which was from what they call Citizen Economic Empowerment Program. They call it CEEP. That was a
Okay.
very good platform to help us build because, mind you, we had been 10 years digging the gold and we were not hitting, we were only hitting blanks. And only after 10 years we made that breakthrough. And we obviously needed that kind of support. So we got that financial support as well. That helped us to get to the next level. And yeah,
Oh,
definitely strong partnerships, family support, and financial support does go a long way in business.
I think you are a true inspiring entrepreneur. Your commitment to excellency and consistency through do it best catering sets a powerful example for women in business. I think they have so many things to learn from you. So there are a few audience here. Would you like to ask anything, or would you like to know anything from Naomi? If anyone, Cindy here. So would you like to ask any question to Naomi? All right. I think no one would like to ask any question. So can we just turn on the camera? We can just keep memory that we had a wonderful meeting. Everyone, I would like to request you to turn on your camera, please. Christina, Tara, can you hear me, guys? Yeah, Tara is here. Hey, Cindy, are you there? Or there are a few. Could you please open your camera so that we can have a moment? All right, I don't know that guy. Okay, yeah, I think it was really wonderful um, session, and those who are going to listen, they will be benefited from this session, and I'm feeling honored to be host this program, to moderate this program, and today I got some wonderful women. And if Aku would be here, I definitely wanted to hear um, her if she would offer some music or anything like that. But where is she? If she would be there. Okay, so we just lost her. No problem. Maybe next time. Thank you very much, everyone, joining here. You gave your time and you gave your thought and your learning. You people shared your learning. So thank you very much for your time, and it's share your inspiring journey with us. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye, everyone.